Hi, in the last video we studied about library security, and today in this video we will study about custom development with library. Custom development with library refers to the process of creating bespoke solutions within the library platform to meet specific business needs and enhance user experience. So, firstly, we discuss agenda of this video. Agenda of this video is to custom development with library. First, we will see what is custom development actual is. Moving forward, we will shift our focus to the advanced customizations and development, extending library with plugins, and then we will shift our focus to the plugin development process. So now we talk about introductions to custom development. Custom development involves crafting software tailored to specific and precise needs, ensuring optimal functionality and efficiency for individual requirements. Custom development meets unique business requirements by providing tailored solutions that address specific challenges and objectives, ensuring maximum effectiveness and alignment with the organizational goals. Custom development enables personalized experience and optimized workflow by designing software solutions that caters to the unique needs and preferences of users, leading to enhance efficiency and satisfaction. Essential for innovations and digital transformations, custom development empowers organizations to create cutting-edge solutions that drive progress and competitiveness in today's rapidly evolving technology landscape. Now, we discuss about advanced customization and development. Software modification for precise solutions involves fine-tuning existing software to address specific needs, resulting in tailored solutions that precisely meet the requirements of the user's organizations. This approach allows for advanced customizations and development, optimizing performance and functionalities. Advanced development encompasses the utilizations of custom code to create interactive workflow and integrate various systems seamlessly. This approach allows for highly tailored solutions that meet complex requirements and enable enhanced efficiency and functionality. Enhancing user experience with the unique features involves advanced customizations and development, tailoring software solutions to meet specific user needs and preferences. Advanced customizations and development support scalability and adaptability by providing software solutions that can seamlessly grow and evolve to meet changing needs, ensuring long-term effectiveness and sustainability. Now, I am going to talk about extending library with plugins. In library, a plugin in a modular software component that extend the functionality of the library platform. Plugins allow developers to customize and enhance various aspects of library portal without directly modifying the core database. Versatile plugins enhance library by offering a wide range of customizable functionality, empowering users to adapt the platform to suit diverse business needs and a requirement effectiveness. Extending features and customization through plugins enhance library capability, allowing users to tailor the platform to their unique needs and preferences. Plugin facilities seamlessly integrate with code changes, simplifying the process of extending library functionality and customizations while maintaining capability with the future updates. Plugins remotely flexibility and scalability with the library allowing users to easily adapt and expand the platform capabilities according to the evolving business requirements. This versatility enables organizations to efficiently grow their digital ecosystem while maintaining seamlessly integration and management. Plugins or library are designed to the adherence to compatibility framework, guaranteeing seamlessly integration with the existing system and future update. Now I'm going to talk about plugin development process. Plugin development or library involves a structured process consisting of ideations, development, testing, and development and maintenance. First, we talk about ideations and planning. This stage involves brainstorming, outlining the goals and requirement of the plugins, ensuring alignment with the organizational objectiveness. Next is development. The development stage encompasses the actual coding and implementation of the plugin based on defined specific leverage programming language such as Java or JavaScript. Next is testing. Testing involves regularly quality assurance process to identify and address by any bugs or issues before development, ensuring optimal functionality and user experience. Next is development. Development involves releasing the plugins to the production environment, making it available for use by end users with the platform. Next is maintenance. Maintenance includes ongoing support, updates, and improvements to the plugin to address any issue, enhance performance, and adapt to the changing requirements over time. So now let's move on the practical part. So first, open the Library Developer Studio and start the library server. My server is already started. So now I move on next step. So to do, I have already created and set up the library service builder and MVC portlet for the student. You can create with the same name as well. So in this module, I have created already this service builder. It's a portlet for performing CAD operations and development part. First, we talk about the service builder. So just I move on service builder, open the service.xml file, click here. In the service builder, I create a database table and tag 2 columns. First is vname and vconnected for CAD operations. Now let's build and deploy the service builder. So go to the Gradle task and go to modules and click on service builder. Go to the build and click here build service. After build service, go to the workspace and refresh the Gradle. So just refreshing the Gradle. Now you can see your module successfully built and Gradle refresh. So just click on deploy, and if deploy your service builder, so click here and wait until the service builder has finished deployed. Now you can see your service builder successfully built and deployed. And now you can see your service builder is started successfully, started services and API for using the CUD operations. So let's move on the created portlet. So I'm going to the created portlet this and go to the RC and main portlet class. Just open it. In this portlet, I have created two methods. First method is for the adding students, and second is rendering the student method. I have already created this, so let's explain this. So first I create the reference at the reference. For beginning the class, declare a reference to the student local service interface using a reference annotations. And for override methods, first method is override render. The crucial method is for portlet lifecycle, responsible for rendering the portlets and content on the portal pages within the override and render method. When we use std local service to call the get standard methods. These methods to retrieve list and all student entities like std name and other columns table from the database. We pass in this we pass the query.util all post the query.util.all as the parameter for indicate that we want to retrieve all records without any paginations. Once we have the list of student, this list of student, and we set the attribute to and student list that I set student list. For the rendering objects, this attribute allow use to the pass data from the Java code to the JSP Java service page for rendering. So finally we call the render method, the superclass, to ensure the portlet content is properly rendering on the portlet page. Now we talk about add students. So I create this method for adding students. These annotations for signification that method to indicate is processing specific action. This case is additions to new student entry. This method adding for accept action request and action resource as a parameter. These objects provide essential functionality for handling user actions within our portlet. So we retrieve the value corresponding to the parameters like param.utils and from gets using this get. And next we create this for creating a student entry using two columns. First we name and be connected, and I use the local service for adding students in the database. So moving forward, we'll utilize the student local service reference to create new instance. So alright, now we have created this method for ending student and render it. So let's move on the JSP. So just go to the JSP. I just click on resource, metadata resource, and open this. I have created this template to display out student data. This JSP render from a form a list student like student objects along with their names and contact numbers. It's provide from a student which submit data the server side actions URL like this URL, and I just create this URL. Its student is list dynamically populated using the list. Like list is the get attribute, then form inputs and namespace to avoid the conflict with the portlet. So let's move on the deploy your portlet. So I'm going to just Gradle task, find the portlet name, and just deploy. Wait until your portlet is deployed. After build successfully, you can see your portlet is deployed successfully, and you can see your portlet is started successfully. So it's after the deployed portlet, we had to Gradle task and deploy your portlet. Now for the displaying data, student data on portlet. So after deployment, we had instance with the library. So first open the browser and log in into the library portals. I'm just using login credentials. After login, just create a new page. I'm just creating a new page, content page. Give a page portlet development. And go to the widgets and go to sample and find your portlet name. So my portlet is here, so I just drag and drop on page and click on publish. Yeah, so now we add the data and render this list from. So I just add a data like and contact number is this for demo, and click on add student. After click, you can see that your requested is completed successfully and Utpal student is added successfully here. So I hope this information was helpful for you, and thank you for joining and thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye.